how you can manifest a endless honeymoon at any given time. This is gonna change all of your relationships to the better. No matter what happened, no matter if you feel like you messed up, no matter what you did and no matter what they did, you can absolutely improve your relationship with anyone at any time. So let me tell you how. First of all, the most important thing is that only by changing yourself, you can change the reflection. This is the mirror principle, that when you look into the mirror, you can only see what you represent. So if you want to harvest love, you also have to represent love. And if you represent love, then you will absolutely harvest that. The more you relax, the easier it is to manifest what you actually want, and the more space and more freedom you give someone, the happier they will be and the better your relationship will be. The more space you give someone, the more attracted they are to you. If they pull away, let them do that. Then they will realize your worth and they will notice that you value yourself, and that will make you irresistible. And if they pull away, also take a step back energetically, because they will absolutely feel that vibration, and they will feel a needy vibration, and they will also feel a very confident, secure, and self-loving vibration of yours. Whenever you do that, that always has the same effect and it always leads to the same result. I did that many times and it always led to the same outcome. That person came closer to me, came back to me, apologized, made things up for me. Or in the not so dramatic cases, our communication improved. And it always was like that, and it will always be like that. I think the most easy way to improve all of your relationships, and even with your SP, no matter the history, no matter what kind of shitty story you have with them, no matter what happened, no matter what you said, no matter what they said, no matter what kind of bad fight you had, it all doesn't matter. So whenever you feel that you want to improve a relationship, or if you want to improve all of your relationships or your love life, think from love and act from love and live from love. This is exactly what I talked about with the mirror. If you think from love and act from love and live from love, then you will also absolutely get that reflected back to you. And this is not only applicable for relationships, also when you solve things from love, also in terms of your business or your study or anything you do, the energy behind the action is determining the result. So if you think from love, you will always have a much, much better outcome than as if you think from fear. Think from love and not from fear. This is the most important thing, in my opinion, one of the most important things in life.
Exactly.
It has always been very easy for me to manifest material things or to manifest good outcomes for my study or my career, but I always had difficulties to manifest proper romantic relationships because I always had fearful expectations and a very anxious attachment style. But I recognized that, and then I started to change that by just affirming, think from love. And I even wrote that down and put it on my kitchen counter, so I'm reminded of it all the time. Think from love. Thinking from love is extremely important, and if you do that, it will absolutely change all of your relationships to the better. So I highly, highly recommend you do that. Write it down or affirm it in your head. Think from love, or you can even say think and act from love and not from fear. When I did that, all of my relationships improved drastically. Complicated relationships got easier. Communication with my SPs got better. People became more open and more productive. and talk about things and solve them like adults instead of being angry or upset. So I really think this works like magic, and I highly recommend you to do the same. Affirm it, think from love and not from fear. Just this affirmation alone will change your life. So another thing is that changing things and working on things on the inside first is always more effective than only working on things on the outside. This is the same again as the mirror principle and the energy behind the action. And I also came up with my own analogy for that, and I think a very good way to illustrate that is to think about a patch that fixes things on the outside versus some medicine or some sort of behavioral change that really heals the body from the inside. Like, for example, think about blood pressure medicine versus losing weight and doing exercise. So thinking and acting and solving things from the inside does work much, much better than solving it only from the outside, which again leads to the energy behind the action. Another thing that I think that can really help to improve your relationships is by being love and representing love. Of course, you will also have a huge amount of forgiveness and be ready to forgive. So I think many people these days have a very selfish definition of love. If you really want to represent love, you will absolutely have a lot of forgiveness instead of resentment. And of course, forgive yourself as well. Nobody is perfect. Don't expect anybody to be perfect, neither other people nor yourself. And real love is never expecting anything. Real love doesn't want anything. Real love just loves anyway. And I think you can be very patient with your partner. You can accept all their flaws in a way, as long as they don't intentionally hurt you. You should absolutely not accept that, and you should absolutely remove yourself from that situation and ignore them. You really should not interact with anybody that is treating you poorly. Don't interact with a bad version of them. Love yourself and just stay away from them and protect yourself first. And then, if you still want them, you can manifest a better version of them and know that they will come back in a better version when you leave them alone for a while. And I also think this is very helpful with people that are kind of choleric. I deal with some people on a regular basis that are kind of getting frustrated and angry very easily, and when I don't feed into that, and when I give them the time and the space to calm down, and not only do myself a favor, but I also do them a favor, because if they will have the space and time to calm down, and if you don't give them any more arguments and you're not perpetuating their anger, you're not only doing yourself a favor, but you also help them to calm down, and that is also good for their mental health and also for their physical health, of course, because all these stress hormones are definitely not healthy. How you can create an endless honeymoon regardless of any history or any shitty story, or regardless of what happened. No matter how long you've been dating already, or no matter how long you've been in a relationship with them already, or married or whatever, and if you feel like the relationship is going in a bad direction, you can easily change that by just loving them absolutely unconditionally. If you love unconditionally and you give them all the freedom, and you give them all the freedom they need to be happy, and you have all the patience and the forgiveness instead of resenting them, then this will absolutely improve your relationship. And it really doesn't matter how long your relationship has been going on, or even how long it has been in a not so optimal condition. And also, no matter what happened, even if you had the biggest fight, and if you said really bad things to them, or if they did really bad things, it really doesn't matter, even if they are with a third party. As long as you really forgive them and love them unconditionally, they will absolutely notice that. And if you really love unconditionally and if you represent love, then either you will reconcile with your old SP or a new person will come into your life that will tick all the boxes and will be everything that you always wished for in your old SP. There is nothing to worry about. You can manifest the best relationship of your life and everything can change quickly. Every moment is new and you are a master manifester anyway. So know your power, know your beauty, know your amazingness, and know that you can absolutely manifest anything. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and thank you for being you and being here and being as awesome as you are. I hope you know that. Have a great day, happy manifesting, and see you very soon. Bye bye.
Everything is possible.